Hi, and welcome back to Knacks. It's been a while since my last attic update, and you can see I've made a bit of progress. I've managed to put down 36 different pieces of subfloor down in various parts of the attic. Now, in normal construction, putting down the subfloor is just taking a full sheet of plywood, laying it down, gluing it, screwing it, putting insulation under it. But since nothing in my house is straight or parallel or even amounts, I've had to cut trapezoids for every single piece of subfloor. In the bathroom, I decided that we'd have a zero threshold shower. So the subfloor there has been dropped to the same height to the joists, as you can see. There's a 2x6 sistered in next to the LVLs that the subfloor is sitting on top of. Around the bathroom, I've started to frame in the walls, as you can see. We have the west wall, the east wall, and in the north wall here, I've framed in for a medicine cabinet. Now, in normal construction, you would build a stud wall on the floor, make sure everything was square, and then put it up into place. But in this house, once again, everything's a little backwards. In this case, I would attach the bottom plate to the floor. I would run the double top sill across at the top, and then I would start cutting out and putting in each joist each stud one by one. Here you can see where I've put king studs and jack studs to frame where the medicine cabinet is going to be. To make best use of space, I've decided, instead of having all 90-degree angles for the walls, here we have a 45-degree angle where this door meets this wall, so that we can make best use of the space under the eaves on the second story. In this case, I'm going to have to cut a 2x6 at a 45-degree angle to make a king stud for the other wall, so that I can change direction here and still have room for the jack stud for the door. And here we have the 10-foot 2x6 that I've cut a 45-degree angle on the table saw. I've cranked the blade all the way over to 45 degrees, and that's about the only way I can think of. I could have cut this with a skill saw, but I think that would have been a little bit tricky to hold on to it, and I have the table saw. So next, I'm gonna see how this fits upstairs, and then cut the other 45 on the other side of this so it fits snug in the wall. There. After cutting this new stud to length, we just need to mark where to cut the other diagonal, where it falls on the bottom plate. So here we have the diagonal stud after cutting it on the table saw with the other diagonal. I'm not gonna record cutting such a tricky shot. I don't really want to capture it if I take a digit off. I'd rather show the results rather than the in-progress work that may go horribly wrong. So here we have that 2x6 that's been ripped down on 45-degree diagonals on both sides, and it fits right between where the 2x4s are running in one direction and the jack stud for the interior door is, so that I have something to nail the jack stud into and fill up the diagonal for when we have a door coming off at 45 degrees here. There, that's enough for one day. We have the jack stud in place to the pocket door, nailed to the jack stud king stud, which was a 2x6 that was beveled on 2 sides through the table saw and attached to the corner. And then we have another king stud for the hallway door that was beveled on 1 side. That was a 2x8 that was beveled on 1 side and attached to the double beveled 2x6. Well, that's enough for now. Tomorrow, be able to frame in the rest of the wall for the pocket door. Now that this post is in place. Thanks, and once again, if you like this content, please like the video and subscribe. Thanks for watching.